Afternoon, everybody. It's Colleen Cozette here from Nurture Network, and we are on a session called Study Methods. And it's very important that we start with a session like this before you do anything else. Now, some of our students have joined us, and others will tune in later. They are going to tune into our YouTube channel because all these sessions are recorded, and then later on, we're putting it on Classmate. So without wasting any more of your time, I'm going to share my screen with you. And on the screen, I am going to share the document related to the study methods. Let me show it for you. Okay, where is it now? Okay, let's quickly give it a second, almost there. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the study methods that we propose that you use as a matriculant. I'm going to ask Ms. Al because he can unmute himself and he can speak up in the meeting. Can you see my screen there?
No.
Okay, let's try again. Oh, I see what you can see. So, okay, I'm going to try again. I'll share again. Hi there. Let's try. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. I can see it now.
Hey, we're back. Now I can see you on the side as well. Now, this is the Nurture Network, the study methods we're proposing. Now, I would like you to remember, not all of us study in the same way. Some of us study, and then, your parents sometimes might not understand. Then you can study with music in your earphones playing over your phone. And then people ask you, but how can you study like that? Other people can't sit still again. They must move around all the time while they're studying. So they're standing up. Other people want to read, and then you think, why is this person just reading all the time? And another person wants to write out something and touch something. It's because we are all different types of learners. So I want you to remember, kinesthetic means you're moving around a lot, and you are someone, now I'm a learner like that. That's why you see me moving my hands when I speak. And you see me, I wanna speak and I wanna point at something while I speak. A visual learner is somebody that likes to write, and a visual learner is someone that likes to read as well. Ne? So it's somebody that likes to see all the information in front of them. An auditory learner is someone that will learn better if they record. So they would like to hear my voice maybe, and then they listen to what I'm saying, then that's how they will study. And a tactile person is somebody that likes to touch. So now I'm going to ask you, how do you like to study, Michelle? What kind of method do you like to use?
I'm a visual studier.
Okay, so you like to see the notes in front of you then?
Yes.
Okay, and Elisa, what do you like to, what method do you like to use? Okay, so we can't yet hear you because you see the red on your picture. It means your mic is muted. So if you click on your mic, then it will come up. Imtiaz, can you unmute yourself, if I may ask?
Yes.
So how do you like to study? What kind of method do you like to use?
I'd say I'm a mix between a visual and an auditory.
Okay, so I have something in common with you, Mitias. I like to, I can listen to, a TV can be on in the background, music can be playing, and then I like to sit, especially if I sit late at night, even a movie can be on. And then I can study the best because I like people around me. And it might have been because when I was growing up, we had a full house of people and we had to cope with that. So that's how I taught myself. Now, you need to understand. Let's take a normal definition. Let's take the statement standing under the little drawing there. The statement is saying the SQ3R method is a reading comprehension technique that helps students identify important facts and retain information and their textbooks. Now, let's say that is a definition you have to study, and it's something brand new to you and you have never heard about it. You need to ask yourself 4 questions about anything you are studying. For example, what it is that the statement is saying. Now, do you see in the center of the little drawing, it says there, what? You need to know what it is that they are trying to tell you. Jy moet weet waaroor gaan dit. Now you need to know, why is this important? So the first thing I know now is it's about the SQ3R method. In Afrikaans, dit gaan oor die SQ3R method. That is the what. Why? Because you want to study, okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to show you that if you understand the definition, they can ask it to you in any way, you will always know the answer. Because you didn't study it parrot fashion. Then the next question they ask you is how. Now they ask you, how is this going to help you? Because it will help you identify important facts. So I'm trying to say, whenever you get to a fact in a book, you need to make sure that you know the what, the why, the how, and even sometimes in history and geography, the where, the name of the place. Okay? Now, there, Elisa, can you tell us now what method you use? Welcome.
I'm going with the visual method, to call it.
You like
Because
the
it's better
visual
for me
as
to
well.
write things down and just go over it when I need to.
Okay, so you only
Yeah.
you're only writing when you need to, meaning you could study, and you will only write when you're writing the exam prep, like the little question
Yes.
itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to show you now, over the years, over the 23 years, I've been teaching students. It's been adults, it's been youngsters, and in classrooms, in universities, everywhere. Now, the way that they sometimes they like to use is, I want to show you an example. This is, you know what this kind of paper is called? Ne? This is called newsprint. Now, you might not be able to see it clearly because it will show you a mirror image, meaning you will see the words in reverse. But what I'm trying to show you is another way. That is called where you are doing mind maps for yourself of the whole chapter. For example, you can put in one block chapter 1 and all the headings. Now, if you have an area or somewhere where you're sitting in your room, or a space where that your family have given to you to study, that's where you put up your posters. And what's nice about the posters, you can reuse them again. So you don't have to then, you know how you study and then you make notes, then by the time the next exam comes, you're making notes again over the same work. So you don't want to waste your time. You want to make your notes or your study notes once and then reuse it and keep it in your book. That's why I must say, get yourself a hardcover book. Now let's go on. I've now explained to you the types of students who we can be. Some people like to do, others like to watch. They would rather watch a movie of the book than to read the book. Others like to think, meaning they like to do the maths and the sum. And others like to sense. They like to think about how people feel and their feelings and so on. Now let's go to the next part. The SQ3R method. Now I mentioned it in one of my videos, but I didn't explain it fully. It is a method of studying where you are going to use the 3 R's. That's why they say 3 R's. It is the S, so you are going to summarize your work, you are going to ask questions, you are going to revise, you are going to review, and lastly, you are going to then retrieve that information when you are busy writing exams, okay? So in the previous segment, I gave you the meaning of each of the letters in that segment. But this is going to help you if you use a stepwise method to go through your work. You are going to be able to retrieve the information when you need it. You are going to be able to take notes effectively, and you are going to be able to map your work out. Now, I want to first go through all the work here, and then I will give you an opportunity to ask questions. So that if you must just say, ma'am, you're going a bit too fast, and then I will go back and explain something to you. We can revise it again. Okay, let's take the next segment. They're saying, how must you study? Now, I didn't want to put a lot of notes down because those study guides that I've been giving through the week, they already have a lot of wording, and sometimes it can cause you to feel overwhelmed. So I just wanted to put pictures down here. Think about, look at the start button there. Now the start button is saying, and I'm making it bigger for you. The start button is saying clearly there, before you get your work, first skim through the work. You're doing a preview. Now, do you know when I was busy giving you the Mind the Gap study guides the last week, I was actually giving you a preview of the whole curriculum so that you don't feel, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. You already got the information. And they said, make that preview 15 minutes. So if you go and look at the videos I've added for you, none of them is more than 15 minutes, because they say if you are going to go over 15 minutes, 5 to 15, you are overwhelming the new learner. So I'm keeping things short and sweet so that you get the chunk of information and you move on. So when you get a new chapter, here you are now sitting with a new document in front of you. It's 5 pages. The first thing you're going to do is skim through it. Why do you skim through it? Because you want to get an idea. The same thing happens when you are going to do your exam. When you get your exam, skim through it for a few minutes. That skimming through it will now put you at ease because it's going to tell you, oh, I saw my question that I studied for. Okay, I saw they have an essay. I saw they have that. In that way, as you're starting, you're already settling into your exam. Now they say before every day, skim through your work. Make sure that you know what the big picture looks like. And that is what we did in this week with the 10 previous lessons, okay, with the 10 previous notes. Now they say number 2, attend, go to class. It means go to online lessons. In your case, you want to go so that you don't miss out on anything. Take notes. If you are going to be studying and you have no notebook, it might not bother you now, but when the exam comes, all that pressure will be on you. Wat ek probeer sê, daar is vat notas, want as jy nie notas nou doen nie, gaan jy bekommerd wees so nader jy in die eksamen kom. Nou sê hulle daar vra, ask questions. Those questions refer to the questions in the question papers. Now, some of you have asked me, and others that's not on the session now, they've asked me, ma'am, which questions must we do? Must I do the questions in the Mind the Gap, or must I do the questions on Classmate? Now I can advise you, the questions on Mind the Gap, if you look on the date on those questions, it says 2014, it says 2015, meaning it's a bit outdated. But the questions on Classmate was from last year. And as soon as you are settled, I'm going to share you a link. The link will have on question papers 2019, 2018, and 2017. So I'm just going to focus on the last 3 years. Anything before that is too outdated to focus on because trends in papers change over time. Next, they say review your work. So let's say you are very diligent and jy werk vinnig klaar. You're getting done with your work quickly. You started in October. By December, you studied the whole book. By December is jy afgehandel en jy het alles gedoen. You must not be worried. By that time, then recap the work. Go through it again, take question papers and test yourself, okay? Then study. Several focus study sessions will help you. And I'm going to show you now how you must do that. They say use 30 to 50 minutes. There's a reason why they say only 30 minutes. I will explain that to you now. Then they say check the material that you have before you start studying. You don't want to start studying on something and then realize it's the wrong notes. So first check that out before you start. So we're going on. The next part will be, I am going to now give you an activity. It's not going to be a homework. It's going to be an activity that I want you to do because some of you will now have your resources available. Now I'm going to ask you to develop your very own study timetable. You are welcome to share it with me. Remember, you have my WhatsApp number. You can just say, Colleen, I'm sending you a picture and you share yours with me. Now, I'm not saying draw this one up that you're seeing here. You can do it with a pen. You can do it with a pencil. You can type it. You can, anything that works for you. You can even take a diary that already have something like this inside. Then just fill in the words there. Or just draw blocks on a blank paper, Monday to Sunday. Now, someone asked me, can I take a break? No, no breaks. No one. No breaks. You make sure that every day you are doing something. Let's say a Sunday or a Friday or a Saturday is your me time. That's fine. Then on that day, just do 1 hour. But at least make contact with your books because you know how it goes. You're sitting with something. Now you decide, I'm taking 3 days break. I've had enough. By the time you get back to your work, now you must find out where were you? What were you busy doing? Why were you there? Why did you select it? Ooh, then you're starting all over again and it takes hours to find your feet again. Now, how do you work out your own study timetable? You take the days of the week and then you take your hours in your day. Now, Miss Al, do you work? Are you working in the day? No. And Eliza, are you working in the day?
Yes, I am working from Monday to Friday.
And then what time do you get home?
My knockoff time is at 3:30, Monday to Friday. I get home like, say, 3:45. At 4:45, I'm at home.
4:45. And Imtiaz, are you
Yeah.
at home during the day?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's say we give you a nice, easy morning. I'm now just talking to those who are at home. And let's say your day starts at 9 o'clock. Because you might have duties in the household. I'm saying that you might have duties in the household. There might be siblings and family members. Maybe you're taking someone to school. Maybe you're dropping someone else at work for now. Okay. So you're taking your day starts at 9 o'clock. That means where it says 9 to 10, that's your first time slot. And that is how it will work. You can decide to do what you've got. Let's say you have 6 subjects. Jy het 6 vakke. Nou kan jy besluit, elke dag van die week doen jy net 2 vakke. Of jy besluit, jy doen al jou vakke elke dag, soos byvoorbeeld in die school. Like we did at school. At 9 till 10, you had maths. At 11 till 12, you decide. Remember, you must make your own decisions. So what do you prefer, Michelle? What do you prefer? Eliza, what do you prefer?
My study timetable as in now.
Yeah.
I will see if
what time would suit you.
I will see if, like after 7, I don't have much to do. So I will try
Okay.
and push in 2 hours or so from Monday to Friday. And during the weekend, I can push it more.
Okay. So her long sessions will be on a Saturday and her long session will be on a Sunday because she knows, but Let's say someone is at home, but she's at work. Now she has this burning need to study. Now she comes home and she does her 2 hours every day. By Friday, she has 10 hours on her books. Saturday, she gets 4-5 hours in, 15 hours, and Sunday, 1 hour, 16 hours. But now someone that's at home every day can do hour per day, can do a subject every day, meaning they can have 34 hours a week if they want to, but you need to structure your time properly. So a good session, and Imtiaz, what time would you prefer?
I'd say maybe around after 5.
Okay, because you also have other things that you must be doing. So you, but I'm, for example, I work better at night. I prefer to study late at night because that's the time. It's almost like things are quiet, and yes, I can put the TV on and my music on or whatever while I'm studying, but I prefer that time. I'm a night owl. Other people prefer early mornings, you see? So I am trying to say, when you're doing this activity for yourself, you need to figure out what works for you. You need to figure that out, because I can't be telling you must start 8 o'clock. Then every time you don't start 8 o'clock, you feel you did something wrong. You are an adult and you pick your own time that suits your timetable, that suits your day. Like Imtiaz said, now he must start at 5. He knows his reasons. There is no right and wrong. All you have to know is every day, minimum 1 hour, maximum what you can do, okay? So that you get through your goals. Now, let me show you how to get started. Now, in order to start, you need to plot in your subjects there. Now, it can be anything. You can say from 8 o'clock till 9:30, I'll do this. Or you can take the whole Monday and make the whole Monday maths. Or you take the whole Tuesday and make the whole Tuesday languages. It is your choice. And I'm not going to say this is right and this is wrong. All I want to see is that you started, you have a time, you have a day, and you will then have this week on week. Every week you will be using it, or you can change it up. Whatever was this, let's say you started with science on Monday. Next week, you start again with English on a Monday, so that it gives you almost like variety. Okay? Now, you can, like I say, you don't have to type it. You can draw it on a piece of paper with your ruler, make it neat and colorful, and then that is how you get started. How do you start? You use the content pages of your textbook. You use the content page of your Mind the Gap study guide. That content page is your checklist, and I'll show you now what I mean. That is the kind of notes I want to see from you. If you're telling me, Colleen, you know what, I don't have a clue what to do in geography, then I'm going to say, let me see your checklist, because your checklist is going to tell me what you've done and what you couldn't master. That means the help you need is only about map work or climate. You need to be specific when you say what kind of help you need. Then choose a section of the work and plot that work into the timetable that you want to do above. Now I'm trying to say to you, do it per week, per month. You must be able to say how many hours you're going to use, and then put that topics and sections into your timetable. So that is how it works. So I actually took a topic out of Mind the Gap, and it doesn't matter what subject. This topic is about climate and weather, and it's an introductory topic. There's cyclones, there's factors affecting the South African climate, and then there's local climate. Now what you have to do with this, you need to make sure that this becomes the checklist, meaning where you see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 11, that you take away, and on that piece of paper there you draw a little checklist if you've printed this page out. Now this is what it would look like. You will say the topic, where the number 1 is standing, it's mid-latitude. Then it says the subtopics that you have been covering. You can even add in page numbers there because that is going to help you to keep track of what page you are at. Now you say covered in the study guide, but wherever you see a little star is the things that was not easy for you. So that when you're reviewing the work, you come to the stars first. Look at that. First come to the stars, fix all of them, understand all of them, then you go to your question paper. So you first cover all the notes, then you going to go to those question papers, because you, by covering the notes and then going to the question papers, you have an understanding. So when you get to the question papers, we'll deal with that again, but this will give you an overview, and that is the end of how you are supposed to study. Is there any questions? Hi, Elisa, is there any questions?
Not at the moment.
Ah, but you can message me. I know that giggle is miss. It's okay. It's okay. You just keep going. You just keep going. Michelle, is there any questions?
Not at the moment.
Okay, and Imtiaz?
No, ma'am, not at the moment.
Okay, so I know you're gonna send me a miss. Miss, just a quick question, then I will laugh. So it's been wonderful. I'm going to end the recording now and then share the recording with the other students. And you have everything at your disposal to get started with your main subject so long. And then from next week, we will fill in all the gaps. For example, if the maths lit must be there, if the Afrikaans first additional must be there, all of those things we will add, and you're welcome to contact me anytime. Have a good day further, everyone.
Right, girls.
Bye.
Thank you, miss.